And we're live. I hope. Welcome to MVP Chess. We've got a brand new setup today, as you can see. The new PC came. We got the cam set up. Still a lot of ins, a lot of outs, a lot of what have yous that we need to figure out. But overall, really happy with how it is so far. And it's fitting that it comes today because the big announcement today I just heard from Twitch, in fact, that we did make affiliate status. So tip of the hat to all you guys. Thank you so much for all your support making this happen. So still need to do some of the onboarding stuff, but all the cool stuff that you've been waiting for, subs, emotes, all that good stuff is on the way. So today is going to be a shorter stream than usual. Got to get going a little after 10 o'clock today. So I thought today, no arena. That's been really nice the last couple days, but I think for today I'm just going to play in the 10-minute pool and hopefully play some of our viewers. Just waiting for the stream to heat up. The really nice thing about this setup now is I've got a much bigger monitor, so I'm able to see my chess.com board and also keep track of the stream on the same screen. I don't really need to look at my phone anymore the way I was doing before. All right, so let's jump in the 10-minute pool. We're going to go back to playing rapid. Went on a bit of a schneid yesterday in the blitz category. Okay. No disrespect to my opponent. Let's just find a newer account to play. Yeah, so Broccoli beat us up a bit in the 5+5 arena, and then and my opponent aborted that game, and like a true chess addict, I tried to recoup those lost rating points and lost even more. So our blitz rating took a hit, but our rapid's still looking good at 2100. So we got an Italian on the board. Okay, and as I always recommend, playing bishop c5 to avoid the lines with knight g5. Doesn't look like my arrows are working for some reason. Not sure why that is. All right, we'll have to take a look at that. We'll have to take a look at that in just a little bit. Okay, so we throw in the check. Oh, there we go. We capture. And this is a nice move that we have to break up white center. Boom, d5. Such a common pawn move in these structures with the bishop on c4. We bring the knight here. So our opponent's got a potentially weak isolated pawn on d4 that we're going to, in the words of Aaron Nimzovich, look to blockade and then destroy. So really looking to control his d5 square and really systematically just try to win this weak pawn. Okay. I'm looking at a developing move like bishop g4. That looks pretty good to me. Maybe threatening to take on d4. All right, we got a little more time than usual. This is a 10-0 game. So let's back the bishop off. I think if white plays a move like g4, that's very weakening. Okay. So white steps out of the pin and puts pressure here and here. So a good move in this position, I think, is knight b6, hitting this bishop. See where it wants to go. And we got nice pressure on this pawn here. So streaming a little earlier than usual. I really hope there are no technical difficulties with the stream right now. I'm just gonna step away for 1 second just to let my cat, whose name is Chess, in from outside. I will be right back. Hi, buddy. Okay. And we're back. All right, opponent still thinking. There you go, Chess. Yes, I have a cat named Chess, in case you didn't know. But I think almost all of you know that by now. And perhaps with this new setup, Chess might make a cameo. Okay, nice move by my opponent. I like that move because he is attacking this bishop here. So, how to deal with this? I think I'm gonna take. Yeah, let's take. If queen takes, I'll take the knight here, and then maybe look to win this pawn on d4. Yeah, I think the odds of my cat Chess making an appearance on the stream has gone up quite a bit. Okay, he just decides to take there. So I'd love to be able to connect to my rooks. Okay, I mean, I think we got a pretty good position here. I am a little worried about the advanced d5, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that's really the key, is how do I meet this advance? Do I play a move like knight e7 just to try to plant the knight back on d5? Is that a move? Queen. I could look to exchange here. Let's exchange. I want to play this move queen d6. I'm not sure if this is best, but I really didn't want to run into a knight coming to e4. That's why I decided to exchange. Computer's probably going to hate that move, giving up a bishop for a knight. And who knows, maybe I will too later when I analyze. But yeah, so here I was thinking that I could just well, here I was thinking of playing knight b4, but that might be too loose. Yeah, that may have been a mistake. All right, so white's getting good play with this IQP. Let's see. Okay, maybe in this position we play knight e7. Let's try to attack this pawn. Let's see if we can force white to defend it passively. That would be nice. It's a hard pawn to take, though, because You know, you take with the knight, you could be walking into some devastating pins on the d file. And if he just defends with the rook, then I can never really contemplate taking with the queen. Right now I am threatening, it appears, to take on d5. Nah, although white would just capture here. I would love to get my knight to this blockading square on d6. Like, get my queen active and somehow swing the knight into the nice d6 square. Welcome to everyone who's watching on the stream. Again, if you're just joining, the big news is that MVP Chess is now a Twitch affiliate. So thank you guys so much again for the support. We still need to finish the onboarding process. There's a lot to do there. I won't get into that because it's a little boring, but subs, subscription badges, all that fun stuff is on the way. So stay tuned. Okay. Let's continue pressuring this isolated pawn, this IQP. Some players like playing with an IQP because it does offer really active piece play. But you'll notice, there was a misfire. But you'll notice in this position, the bishops have been traded off the board. So these open lines that the IQP creates have been negated a little bit. And when you're facing an IQP, actually, the best thing to do, at least the last I read, is to trade off the minor pieces and actually go into a heavy piece ending, where you just have rooks and queens on the board. According to people who are much better at chess than I am, that's the best way to try to win the IQP. Okay. So, I don't know about that move. I do not know about that move. I actually think I can take on d5 here, unless I'm really missing something. I might be missing something, though. Because the queen, if queen takes d5, queen e3, let's say, then I got a problem with the knight. He's also hitting my a pawn. Do I care about that? Do I play a move like a6, or is that just way too slow in this position? Or is b6 better? b6, I'm a little bit worried about weakening the c6 square. a6 doesn't do much, though, because he can play queen a7, and then I got a problem on... All right, let's play b6. I don't like my light squares right now on the queen side. My opponent's playing well, but maybe I can look in the next position to try to exploit this pin somehow. So I really think the critical move for white in this position is to advance on the queen side. Let's see if white does that. Doing okay on the clock, not too bad. Not too bad. Just need to watch this potentially loose piece. All right, he just jumps in with the knight. Huh. I don't know about that move. I still think it works, though, unfortunately. You know, because of this loose knight here. All right. So I got to watch h7. You know, we got to watch a move like this, threatening mate and a double attack. Of course, I could always drop the knight back, but let's just bring this rook in. Let's do that. I always have the resource knight g6, just moving this knight and guarding these potentially weak squares on the king side. Need to play a little bit faster. Here we are streaming a little on the early side, so I think a lot of our regulars aren't in the aren't on the channel just yet, but hope to see them soon. Yeah, we're just really pumped about this the affiliate status. It's going to make the stream so much more fun. Okay, he just comes there. Can I just take the pawn? I don't see why not. Actually, I do see a tactic now. That's pretty nasty. Queen takes d5, knight f6. Takes, and then queen g4 check. Doesn't work because I have queen g5 supported by the pawn. Let's give it a go. I think this works. We can go ahead and pre-move that, I guess. It's always nice pre-moving your opponent's like tactical ideas because you're just like, dude, I saw it. All right, so he kind of went a different route. All right, so we are up a piece here, but obviously we got some stuff hanging. So how about in this position if we play queen f5? That looks good. I think. I hope. All right, let's take here. And here. So we're going to get 2 rooks versus the queen. Don't know about this imbalance, but I am getting these monster pass pawns on the queen side. And the nice thing is that my queen can defend this f7 square. So perhaps in the long run, I'm not really worried about this. Let's just advance. Gain time. If he ever takes on f7, I'll just give back the material, and these pawns are just really far advanced. All right, let's give a check. And we'll come here. Again, I want to keep contact with this f7 square. And just try to start pushing these pawns. Well, that's a big time mistake. You gotta... Oh, no, I'm sorry. I thought that was check. He's totally fine. That was just an oversight by me. Ah, man. Ah, brother. All right, looks like he can probably win this pawn. That was a real oversight by me. I thought for some reason that was coming with check. I don't know why I thought that. All right, Let's hit the rook. Maybe we can just kind of pester this rook off the A file. All right, he gives a check. And yeah, I gotta watch where I step here. Looks like I gotta come to F8. Well played game by my opponent so far. Let's see what he does here. You know, perhaps too in this position I can maybe get some sort of perpetual. All right, let's come here. Try to hold on to this F7 pawn. All right, we got another check. We'll come here. Really down on the clock in this position. All right, let's push. All right, I was kind of hoping maybe... Oh, does he have F4? He's got that too. Yeah, he's good to go. All right, good game by my opponent. Yeah, I think we let one get away from us there. Let's just go back and look at this quickly. So I think we handled the tactics pretty well in this position. He took here. I'm just wondering in this position if I have a better move. That was a really nice tactic by my opponent that he found. Yeah, I guess at this point I pretty much have to take the queen, right? I mean, I could go in for something like this, where queen takes is probably best. Hitting here and here. And, you know, perhaps I could even consider coming back here just to keep everything defended, and we got kind of an even endgame. So that's a possibility. But I don't know, like, after grabbing these pawns, I think the problem was that I just didn't handle these passers well at the end of the day. So I think pushing is critical. And I like how I got behind, how I got in front of this pawn. And here I should just... I thought I had a double attack here. I thought for some reason I thought this king was on the long diagonal. So I think this was a real turning point in the game. So I think I just calmly play in this position. You know, I always got to watch this F5 square. Maybe I just come here. But then what do I do after rook F3? This and this. That's a problem. Yeah, don't know. Do not know. Yeah, maybe I just can't, you know, kind of principle two weaknesses. I can't defend this pawn on B6 and this pawn on F7 at the same time. You would just think that this position is really good for me. Huh. All right. Just checking in the chat to see if we got any viewers who want to play a game. Otherwise, I can jump back into the 10-minute pool and try to get back over 2100. Again, this stream's going to be a little on the short side today. Just because I have an appointment coming up in a couple hours and I need to get going. So I'll just give one last call to the chat. Good morning to everybody. And don't forget, I mean, we're Twitch affiliates now, which is awesome, but we still got this 100 follower goal that we're trying to achieve. And of course, we'll probably set a new goal in terms of subs very shortly once we get onboarded with Twitch. But good game to Alexander. Let's just shoot him a friend request. Perhaps he finds his way to our stream. That would be really cool. All right. So we got a game against Costa. Good luck to you, Constantine, who is from Romania. And he plays F4, the so-called birds opening. Okay. So, let's see how he treats this. I like coming here. He's delaying the development of the knight. I normally like coming in with that pretty quickly. Okay, and he pins there along the file. All right, and let's come here. Yeah, and he plays h3. I think that's inaccurate because I really don't mind capturing on f3 at all. That was actually my idea. So my opponent kind of forced me to play that move. Let's just slow play it here for that exact reason. I was just thinking, we might want to take it a little bit slow just to see which side of the board black decides to castle. So, in this position, can I put the knight on e4? That looks interesting. And the critical move for white is to push. Okay, that was a red herring. He did a good job defending the h4 square. So good job by my opponent. All right, this pressure down the long diagonal is quite annoying. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. So how do I go about developing my king side? Do I even want to castle to the king side? Do I want to play a move like f6 to blunt this bishop? Ugh, I don't know. Do I want to play a move like h5? Maybe to just slow his progress on the king side. No. That's not quite working. Excuse me. All right, let's play pawn to f6. Just to blunt this bishop. Not sure if this is best, but I think my long-term idea is definitely to castle on the queen side. I'm not walking into this, especially when I just made a hook for myself, but I need to get this dark square bishop into the game, and it's difficult to do with this menacing bishop. Okay, he develops the bishop. I was just thinking in this position I could play knight c4, hitting this bishop. You know, this knight was a little unstable on e4 anyway. So, all right, looks like the stream's heating up. Welcome to everybody who's joined. In case you missed it, the big news is that we are now a Twitch affiliate. So, thank you all so much for your support. We're still working through the onboarding process. So, give us some time to get those sub badges and all that fun stuff live on the channel. Okay, how about we develop the bishop to d6? This is a very, very, very strange structure. Just all around for white. You know, these far advanced pawns. I played f6. Yeah, I mean, we definitely got ourselves a fresh position on the board, which I think is what black is hoping to achieve playing a move like 1f4. You know, trying to steer the game away from mainline theory. Just trying to get an interesting position on the board and try to outplay your opponent, basically. So I've delayed my intention about castling just because of this pressure that we have on the queen on the king side. Where's the best square for the queen? I actually think it's on e7. I just want to make sure that my knight has some retreat squares, specifically coming back to c7 if need be. And this keeps an eye on the f6 pawn, puts it on the same line as his king, maybe prepares e5. I think queen e7 is a good move. And I'm just going to the queen side. You know, no way I'm going into this. Okay. So he plays the simple c3, maybe looking for central expansion himself. Let's take this opportunity to castle along, okay? White is behind in development, you know, with all of these pawn moves. He's a little behind in development, and I think in this position I'm going to be the one to strike first in the center with e5. Okay? So I do have a nice central structure, and my king's safe. I'm definitely going to take a timeout to play king b8. Always an important move to make in opposite side castling positions. Good morning in the chat. How you guys doing? You guys are followers, soon to be subs of the newest Twitch affiliate in the chess category, MVP Chess. Hopefully everything's working. Again, I've got a completely new setup that we put together this morning. New PC. I'm using a different monitor. I got a new webcam. So hopefully there's not something that I forgot to enable on Twitch or locally on my hardware that's interfering with the stream. We'll find out. Hopefully I don't go on demand and realize I just made an hour-long silent film. Okay, so he took. I don't think that's a good decision by my opponent. Okay, just ceding the center like that to me. We've really managed to blunt this bishop, and now we're ready to bring a rook to the f-file with tempo. So I think we're looking really good. Our king's snug as a bug in a rug. All new, Will Ride for Bagels, my one and only. How are you doing? All right, so black's hitting out in the center. Makes sense. Let's just gain some time here. Rook f8, hit the queen. Queen drops back. Now, do we want to play a move like d4? That would give the knight a lot of squares. I don't like the move d4. I don't like it one bit. Not sure how to proceed here, though. You know, it was opposite. I misspoke before. This is not an opposite sides castling position. It does have those features, but I made that comment because I had to play king b8, but it's just that we both castled to the queen side. So one thing I'm looking at is maybe rook c4 and just trying to double and get control over this only open file. The queen is hitting this pawn twice, though. I gotta watch out for that. So maybe I do play the move d4. All right, let's play it. I don't like giving the knight this square. In fact, I hate it. But maybe if knight c4, I just play bishop c7. Okay. So here, I was thinking a really nice idea in this position for me is to play knight e6. Looking to come in here, that would be a really nice square for my knight, and I can look to trade off my bad bishop for his key kingside defender and try to attack him. All new. We'll ride for bagels. How is everything looking on your end? All right, now we get our knight in here with gain of time. We got ourselves a position here, ladies and gentlemen. I think we might be bringing home the bacon in this position. We shall see. We shall see. All right. Just gotta watch. Yeah, coming here makes sense. Just always gotta watch this knight hop, and I gotta watch this knight on d7, potential pressure here. But I think I've got everything covered. Okay. So he jumps in, hitting my bishop. So let's take. Let's take and ooh, do we play a move like b5? Is that a crazy move? Yeah, I think that's a crazy move. That's definitely a crazy move, right? Don't know. All right, but we got everything nice and defended. So let's improve our knight here. Where to go with this piece? Maybe we just look to trade off. Like, how about this? This actually looks really interesting. And my point is, okay, so I love that minor piece exchange. Now I have this outposted knight that you cannot get rid of unless you give up the exchange. Okay, he's got pawns on all light squares, and my plan in this position is just to go and pivot to a queenside attack. Notice this bishop is gone. This bishop's MIA, okay? So he's got to respond to this. He's got to respond to this. A4 runs into B5. I think my opponent is hurting in this position. All right, let's just open some things up. What are you going to do about this pawn? Not easy to defend. My queen's prepared to join the party. But look how this knight on C4 just not C4, on F4, just locking things down. All right, and let's come in here, hitting this pawn again. We've got a very, very, very nice initiative right now. A very nice initiative. And white is just missing counterplay because of this bad boy on F4. This knight is the master of the universe. And look, I'm coming in here. Oh man, this is nasty. Woo. Just got to watch our time. Welcome to everyone in the chat. Let us know what you think of the new setup. We're still fine-tuning it. Still got a lot to do. Now, I don't understand that move at all. Am I missing something? What am I missing? I don't even know what that move does. All right, let's come here. This pawn is totally immune because of this pin. That's why that move queen b4 was a really, really strong attacking move. And he's just got a real problem on the dark squares. This is just total positional domination. Which, as you guys know, I'm still more than capable of screwing up, but I think even I am going to be able to convert this. This is just a classic good knight versus bad bishop. Like, you could put this position in a book. And my opponent abandoned the game. Good decision by him. Good decision by him. He's probably screaming in the streets right now in Romania. At least that's what I would be doing. Hopefully his monitor and his mouths are still intact. But I'm kidding. Good game to my opponent, Costa. We'll send him a friend request, of course. And Costa, yeah, you just got all your counterplay in the king side snuffed out by this knight on F4. You got to watch your minor piece exchanges. You can't let somebody get positional domination like this and a free hand on the queen side. But let's just go back real quick just to show you the key attacking ideas. So once I got this bad boy into F4, which is just such a strong piece. I took steps to remove black's remaining kingside defenders. So the first attacking move, bishop a3. You see this in so many attacks against a fianchettoed king. Okay, this is a key attacking idea. And there's nothing that white can do about it. He's gonna lose his piece because it's pinned. So the knight jumps into c4, and I take. And I really liked my next move. I'm proud of this move, knight b6. Okay, because if I can get rid of this knight, then there is no remaining defenders on the king side to challenge these dark squares. And I definitely think my opponent made a mistake about taking. Okay. I would have looked for a way to keep this knight on the board, maybe. It's a little bit passive, but perhaps he could drop the knight back and in a pinch even put it on b1 just to shore up these squares a little bit. But removing this defender hurts, but I think what hurts even more is that he opened up the a file towards his king. And because of this knight, and because of my central control, and because white only has a light squared bishop, my king is perfectly safe coming to the c7 square. It's perfectly safe there. And then he played this nothing move, rook f1. He needed to get reinforcements over to the queen side ASAP. So if you're going to move this rook, the only space that this rook should go is like maybe over here, just trying to start defending. So that kind of wasted a tempo, rook f1, and in comes the rook. And then he played another weakening move, a hook, which I was just able to open up. And there comes a rook to a8, to a1 rather. Too little, too late. This move, queen b4, was pretty much the end of the game, and my opponent abandoned in short order. All right, anyone in the chat want to play today? I know that there were a few people in the channel yesterday who wanted to send me a challenge, but unfortunately we ran out of time. So if you're joining us today, feel free to shoot us a message in the chat or send me a challenge of your choice. Bueller. Bueller. All right. Maybe we'll just make this an instructive day of 10+0 where I'm playing people at my own rating. I know the YouTube peeps will love that. They will absolutely love that. All right, let's get back in and try to get over 2100. So normally, at least the last 3 or 4 days or so, we hadn't even, I think maybe we just started the stream. So Wednesdays is a bit of an odd day. So we're playing Radek, Zuster. Radek. Why do I know that name? Oh, I know. Once upon a time. Oh, by the way, I know you guys can't notice this because I'm sitting down, but I'm actually a pretty tall person. I'm 6'4", and I really love the sport of basketball. And putting those two things together, I tried out for my high school team 3 times, 3 times, and I got cut every year. But one summer, just to try to improve my game, try to make the team, I went to a basketball camp, and one of the guys on my team was named Radek. So that's how I know that name. Okay, do I take with the... There are some bishop f4 lines where I can give up this pawn on c7, but I think this is it. So let's see if we get this line on the board. So this is a line by... he knew that line. So nice opening prep by my opponent. And now I think I can just go ahead and play c5. The idea here is if white takes, you've got this really annoying bishop check that white has to block with the knight, and then you get the bishop to b2, and white has all sorts of development problems on the king side. That's a lot of arrows there, but believe me, it works. Okay, I guess we have to exchange here. So I've never encountered this line a3 where my opponent kind of knows what they're doing. So I think I take. And let's capture with the bishop. So just gotta watch a rook. Don't want a rook to land on d7 and cause problems. So I'm not thrilled that I brought my opponent's rook to the open d file. So maybe after a3 I misplayed this somehow with c5. Maybe that move was too quick. We'll see. Yeah, so this guy Radek, that was again, I'm bringing this up because my opponent's name is Radek and he's from Poland. But this dude Radek at this basketball camp was amazing. Like, I mean, he could dunk. He could dunk on the 10-foot rim with two hands. I mean, it was, poor me. I can barely get 2 inches off the ground. And I had to go one-on-one with him a lot just because we were both really tall. So the coaches kind of assumed I could hang with him, but nope. Yeah, wow. It's funny how your memory works. All right. My opponent's lollygagging. Who knows? Maybe this is Radek, and he's taking a break right now and shooting some hoops. Radek, do you live in New Jersey? If you live in New Jersey, I might know you. So looking to get our bishops in the game, looking to get the knights developed. Bishop a6 could be an idea, but I don't know. Nah, let's just look to bring the bishop here. But I just gotta watch this. I just gotta watch a rook landing on d7. So maybe I play the knight out first. Maybe we play the knight out first, just so I can always flick in rook d8 if I need to, supported by the knight. All right, so if you just joined, we're playing some just games in the 10-0 pool today. We got a little bit of a short stream because I got to get going. But again, the big news on the channel today, we are a Twitch affiliate, which is awesome. Still getting the onboarding stuff worked out, so no subs or emotes or anything just yet, but those things are coming in soon. We're really excited about that. So far, I've played 2 games in the 10-0 pool. I lost the first one to an opponent from Russia. He played a really good game. We won a really nice attacking game in game 2 against an opponent from Romania who abandoned the game. Can't fault him there. It was a pretty devastating attack. And in this game, we got a good one shaping up against Radek. Now, the bishop on d3 is really active. But the problem with that move, at least from what I was worried about in my own position, is that it blocks the d file. So now I don't have to worry about a rook coming here. All right, we got to take care of this. So how do we deal with that? Do we kick the knight? Let's just play g6. If the knight comes here to tickle the bishop, I'm just going to drop back. Ah, I see. So his idea was just to trade off my dangerous light-squared bishop. Well, that's a good idea. Nice move by my opponent. All right, I'm gonna take. I think I have to. Knight takes. I don't want to just drop the bishop back. Or can I? I don't want to lose control over all these light squares, but I feel like I just got to get on with my development. So maybe I play knight a6. Just so I can recapture this way. Because I got to be able to challenge the d file. So my opponent, I think, is pretty well prepared in this line, in this bishop f4 line. He knew about my pawn sack idea. He kind of put a spanner in the works with a3, shutting that idea down, and I just didn't know. I didn't know how to respond to that. I played c5, but I feel like I've gotten myself into a bit of a pickle development-wise. So let's see what white plays. I think if I can just simply get a rook to the d file, it'll solve most of my opening problems. Huh. Ooh, that's a tricky move. What do I do against bishop e5 in that position? Oh, boy. I don't know. Obviously, I got to move the king. Alright, let's come here. If bishop e5, do I got to play a move like king h6? If king h6, he's got knight g4. And then my king's coming way up the board. Oh, man. Does he have any discoveries to write home about? Right now he does. No, not there. He's got one here. But maybe I can just sidestep this. Like so. Is that okay for me? I think it looks okay. Yeah. Alright, let's come here. Whew. Yeah, my opponent's got some pressure on the dark squares. Very interesting game. Hopefully we can get a... we can sneak a viewer challenge in here. Alright. Maybe we push... Do we... Oh, no, we can't push on. Or can we? No, we can't do that. Because he could play knight takes h5. Really don't know what to play in this position. My opponent's playing really, really well. Maybe I could here, now that he's castled to the king side, maybe I could afford to play a move like king h6. Can I get away with that? I just literally don't know what to do if I don't play that move. My pieces are all gummed up. Maybe I can get the rook out. All right, I got a play move here. I think this is a pretty safe move. You know, I don't know if it's good or not. It's probably not. I just don't know what to, you know, this is a really annoying pin. I just constantly have to watch out for these discoveries. Whew, man. All right. So we got a really nice battle in the Queen's Gambit decline right now. You know, I would say strong positional players going at it. I think my opponent has gotten the upper hand so far. So I think going back to this position, that h6 was the way to go. You know, just coming here. g6 was too weakening around my dark squares. Should have spent a little bit more time evaluating that position and not playing g6 quickly. Okay, so he throws the knight in. So where are we gonna come? I guess here. Of course, I would take a perpetual in this position for sure. Like if we have a repetition with like knight f6, king g7 and stuff, that's fine. You know, I'm kind of a move away though from shoring up my dark squares. So like, what does he do? I feel like in this position, he almost has to repeat. He doesn't have to bring the knight back to d7, but I think for sure he's got to bring the knight back to f6. So maybe this is some psychological torture for my opponent. And he comes there. Okay. That's interesting. So really only one square for my rook to go to, unless I just want to go down the exchange for nothing, which I don't. Yeah, that's... Oh, and he just backs off. Interesting. So I'm going to take this opportunity to save my bishop and shore up these dark squares. Let's do that. So I think my opponent really had me in a bind. And a bind in chess is just when your opponent's just got your position locked up. You don't really have any counterplay, and you just kind of have to sit there, and it's really, really hard to do. So he definitely had me in a positional bind there, but I think he misplayed it a little bit, because now I've got some control here, and you know my knight's free to come in here, and I'm free to bring my rook to a d file. So I actually think I'm okay right now, and I've managed to build up a little edge on the clock. So all in all, pretty good development for us. Well, not good development. I mean, like, it's a good development, you know, in terms of a new thing that happened. Okay, so he comes there. Again, I think he lost the thread a little bit in this position. So let's challenge on the file. I think that's most important. Which way? Let's come here. Now I do see one thing my opponent can consider. Yeah, I was just going to say he could consider taking and then playing knight c6. Okay. here. Take, take. Now I've got to watch out for a threat of mate. So do I play e5 here so that I can meet king d8 with rook d8 with just king g7? I think that makes sense. Let's do that. Let's shut that down. Rook d8, king g7. My rook's actually, you know, kind of nicely placed on the 7th rank. You know, at least from a defensive perspective. All right, so we might each end up with an isolated pawn. But now my king's got some breathing room. We've got some light squares that we can work with a little bit. And I can always consider pushing this pawn up to e4 to defend it, like in this position. Yeah, let's do that. You know, getting that f pawn out of the way was nice for us because I've got a nice safe square for my king. And then hey, on a good day, we got that. All right, so let's see what he wants to do. I'm not worried about h7 at all. All right, so he saw my idea there. So how do we get this knight in the game? I don't want to come here and potentially shatter my structure. So how about this move? Come here to pester the bishop. Doing good on the clock. I think we might have a chance to burn this dude on the clock. We'll see. Don't change that dial. All right, attacking the bishop. Where does it go? That's a really hard decision for him. And where should my knight go? Yeah, let's come here. I think. Boom. Boom town. All right, hitting this pawn. Let's put the king on a light square. Ooh, that looks very dangerous. All right, let's just come here. King drops back. Wow. Can he really play this way? Can he really just bring his king into the middle of the board like this? What if in this position I just exchange? And just try to edge him on the clock? Yeah, this is pretty much positional domination a little bit. Okay, my knight just comes to this awesome centralized square. My king's coming in. All right. Let's come here. And tickle this bishop. And we got it done on the clock. And I would say on the board. I would say on the board too, because... well... I don't know. I guess in this position I am down a pawn. I just realized, but so I guess we just got it done on the clock. But you know, it was our pressure with the knight and just the general king activity that really made our opponent eat a lot of time on the clock. So that was really good. We got our rapid rating up to 2108, which is really nice. We gained 8 rating points today. I see we got 5 viewers in the stream right now. So a little slow because we started early today, and my apologies. I have an appointment on Wednesdays. I got a whisper from one of our followers this morning asking about our schedule. So just want to let you know that as many of you know, we stream daily, but we're going to try to get a schedule published so you guys know when to expect us live so that you can plan accordingly. So that's definitely something we're going to prioritize. So thanks for your patience with that. Just want to turn it over to the channel to see if anybody wants to do a viewer challenge before I got to go. I know there were a lot of people that we couldn't get to yesterday, so I want to make sure that we give those folks an opportunity to play me if they would like. And don't forget, if you're in the channel and you haven't done yet, we made our affiliate goal, but sky's the limit for our channel. Okay, we want to get to 100 followers. Pretty soon we're gonna have a sub goal up there, and of course those founder subs and all that stuff is going to be up for grabs pretty soon. So you're not going to want to miss that. Any challenges in the chat? Got time for like even a 5-0 unrated. I'd be happy to play. It's going to be unrated because man, my blitz rating really took a hit yesterday. Playing in that 5-5 arena, getting beat up by our good friend Broccoli, and then of course afterwards I tried to regain the points that I lost, get back over 2,000, and I ended up losing 2 games consecutively. So it was kind of a disaster on that front yesterday. Let's just give Roddick a friend request. Good game to you. Hope you find your way to our channel. Join the community. You're a good player. You also might be a good basketball player if you were listening earlier. Okay, one last call for any viewer challenges. If not, I think I will stop the stream now. I'll just give it another 30 seconds. Let us know in the chat, or by following us, or by sending me a challenge on chess.com. Otherwise, I do have a busy day. Going to see my friend Devon today, whose game I reviewed yesterday at the start of the stream, and then I got a chess club to teach at a local school filled with a lot of strong players. I'm always excited to teach at this school. It's really, really fun. They actually play chess as part of their curriculum, which is amazing. I think more schools should do that. All right, guys. Well, again, thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for getting us to affiliate status. I think I'll take this extra time now just to get the onboarding process underway. As you know, we'll have subs coming, founder subs up for grabs. We developed some really cool sub-only emotes based on some of the funny things that I say. I think you'll like them a lot, so stay tuned for that. So remember, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and come join the party on Twitch already. MVP_chess. Okay? You want to be here to interact with our growing community and have a chance to play me and have your games reviewed. Okay? So don't forget to come on over and check us out. All right, with that, I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.